I packed my games, my grandmother's picture from the wall, and the coffee maker I'd bought when I basically lived here half the week. The guy followed me around, still apologizing and explaining that Amelie told them she was single and just making content for money. I grabbed my clothes from the bedroom dresser, trying not to look at the bed where everything happened. The ring lights were still set up, and there were new outfits I'd never seen hanging in the closet. I took only what was mine, leaving the gifts I'd given her because I didn't want any reminders. Back at work the next morning, my boss pulled me aside before the crew meeting and asked me to step into his office. He closed the door and told me HR had heard there might be some personal drama affecting me. I kept it simple, just said I was dealing with a family situation that got complicated but wouldn't affect my work. He nodded and assured me my job was safe as long as I communicated if I needed any time off for appointments or whatever. He even offered to adjust my schedule if needed, which was more understanding than I expected from a construction company. That afternoon, Thomas called while I was on lunch break and told me he'd met with Nick at a diner to talk things through. He said my brother looked like shit, hadn't been sleeping, and was scared out of his mind about becoming a father. Nick apparently broke down crying in the middle of the restaurant when Thomas asked him how he planned to support a baby. I felt a quick flash of pity for him before remembering this was all his own fault for sleeping with my girlfriend. Thomas said Nick kept asking if I'd ever forgive him, but Thomas told him that wasn't his call to make. When I got home, I sat at my laptop and started blocking Amelie on everything I could think of. Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, even LinkedIn, where we'd connected when she was pretending to look for real jobs. Each block felt like cutting another tie to the life I thought we were building together. I left one email address open for any necessary communication about getting the rest of my stuff or legal things. Setting that boundary made me feel like I was taking back at least a tiny piece of control in this mess. My phone buzzed with a message from a buddy who worked at the same company as one of Amelie's friends. He forwarded me screenshots from a group chat from months ago where Amelie was bragging about having me as her safe option. She literally wrote that she had me for stability and paying bills while keeping her fun options open.